Everybody, Super Squee here, the Emotional Unstable Gamer channel on YouTube. Welcome to the Resident Evil episode. Stars! This movie just doesn't keep my attention. I remember it being better than this. Music is alright, I like the new characters and the actors who play them, and I fucking love Nemesis. He's so nice to look at. What a cutie pie. I do like the ending though. The whole movie should have been like that. Yeah, so I feel like this was obviously, it was showing where it was like, we're going to stretch it. We're going to stretch it real hard. And it's really funny because actually watching this and knowing more about Resident Evil 3 and like watching my friend Chris play Resident Evil 3, like I see where they were trying to emulate certain parts of Resident Evil 3, but I feel like it came off being like a really gross like mimicry instead of like, you know, fucking what the hell is that saying? Like copying is the sincerest form of flattery. Like, I know I'm saying it wrong, but you guys should know what I mean. It just not great. Did not go well. Another fun ending, but just couldn't get sucked in. Feels like Mad Max and Resident Evil banged visually. I give this an out of een, which is fair. Like, I feel like this movie was just to like get rid of characters that they didn't really want to write or keep for the next film, because it was like they got rid of a bunch of the original characters with this, like and some of the original characters, it was people I liked, and maybe they weren't original characters, but I thought they were original characters because I did not know a lot about fucking Resident Evil at the time. But I feel like they used this film to just butcher a bunch of the characters that came back a lot, even though they ended up reusing them in a later movie again. Probably the most fun I've had watching one of these films since the first one. It isn't perfect, not even close to a masterpiece, but I really enjoyed it, and the effects are all really nice to look at. Also, I love Chris so much, and I'm so happy who plays him, and Luther is a cutie pie. Oh, okay. I confused myself thinking I was referencing my friend Chris. But I was referencing Chris Redfield in this movie, who is the guy on the left right there, who I believe he was in Prison Break originally, but I never really watched Prison Break. But I do love me some Flash, and I love me some DC Legends of Tomorrow. And that boy right there, he played Captain Cold and did a really good job of it. And so I like him a lot, and it was just fun getting to see him in this and being like, I know who you are now! So that was fun. And Luther, I believe, was the black guy in this film, and I thought he was a really cool character. He was cute, and he was a nice guy, and I liked him. First, where the fuck is Chris? And less importantly, where is Claire? Also, Barry is the bestest boy. The movie is absolutely beautiful nonsense, and I love it for all its cheese and edge. Lastly, that fucking liquor was some super fine CGI, even for today. So these movies, it's weird because on the one hand, it's like, yes, Resident Evil got goofier and goofier, but some of the people that they get to play some of the actors in these films are like, they are straight up, there's no way these people haven't done porn before. It's like, they just seem like porn actors. They're like super attractive in that way that it's like, you guys totally fuck, don't you? Like, I've seen you fuck somewhere before. Like, in HD. I've seen it. That's what you look like. And like, I'm not trying to rag on them, because like, it's not like any of them get a bunch of lines or anything for me to really be able to tell like if they were decent actors or if they just had horrible like direction. Because I don't think any of these movies are necessarily good. None of them are like fucking, I wouldn't call them cinema, but they're fun. They're fucked up, crazy, like roller coaster rides that are just a blast to watch. And I feel like when you go in knowing that, or like accepting that, it makes it more fun. And I will say, even with a person that is like a passing glance understanding of like Resident Evil lore, it is fun to notice like tongue-in-cheek references and shit they pop in, and like how they butcher a lot of other shit, but for some reason like throw in Easter eggs to really obscure fucking references to shit. It's just wild and hilarious, and I don't understand. I expected a shit show. The first half kinda was, and the jump cuts made me nauseous. But the movie had awesome music, awesome visuals, and really tight action scenes. I expected a train wreck. And I didn't get one, honestly. I mean, story-wise, I kinda did. Please don't make any more. And now it's like they're making a Resident Evil series or like a movie or something on Netflix, and I'm curious how it'll go, because Netflix, you know, they have that track record of like half is good, half is bad. And I think part of that also has to do with the fact that there are things that are considered Netflix originals that are not necessarily directly involved with Netflix. Like Netflix did not have their hand in it. It's just like they published it. You know, it's like we got the rights to it and we published it on our platform. So it's a Netflix original because like we own the rights here or whatever. But that doesn't mean they necessarily had a hand in it. And I'm not saying that it's like Netflix can't make bad shit. I'm just saying that like some of it comes down to like you don't necessarily like blame a game company for publishing a shitty game because they didn't make it. They just published it. Spoopy fish and farting, Japanese people. Awesome art. Story is kind of cool, but kind of like blah. Maybe it's a translation thing. Granted, I feel like the point is the shocking nature and the creepy art, and less to be an amazingly written story. So I remember like really enjoying this when I was younger, but then like when I got older and like I reread it, I was like, this just seems really poorly written. And like maybe it was a translation issue, like maybe it just got translated in a weird way when it brought over here. And the visuals are amazing, and like even when you like have your suspension of disbelief, like it's really interesting and cool shit going on. But I feel like the story just doesn't fucking grab me. How sad dat boy be? So this is like a short story, like manga thing that's in the back of Gyo or Gaio, however you pronounce it in Japanese, because I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But it's one of two little short story manga things in the end. And it's like for some reason like everything's cool, and like there's the principal post of the house that like holds together the house, and the whole family's eating stuff, and they hear a noise like a groaning, and they go under the house and they find out that like the dad is like dying, and he is underneath the post, like the post is crushing him to death, and it's like, how did you get there? And nobody ever like establishes why he's there or anything. And I think it's supposed to be like a metaphor for like the father being like the principal post of the household, and he holds everything up and together. And like I get that, but it seems kind of silly. Like I absolutely love the art style. I like the weird shit that Junji Ito, or however you pronounce his name, does. I think he's a precious little Japanese man, and I love like looking at him and seeing him and things. But it just seems a little silly. This one, no. This one's silly too. But it really gets me, and it fucks with me, and like I had nightmares about parts of this. Hot damn, this is one scare. Hot damn, did this one scare me way more when I was 13. Still love the story though, even if it's a super simple one. The last page is still super creepy, and I love it. Okay, and then we get to the meat. God damn, this was a wild ride. I love the story so fucking much, and it drives me crazy that you don't get answers to anything, but I fucking love it. I love the immediate like otherworldly HP Lovecraft vibes the ending location gives. Junji Ito's art is so amazing. I want it inside me. So like I don't know if it's going to be like a full-blown anime like miniseries thing, or if it's just going to be like animated panels of the manga. But there's supposed to be a thing coming to Adult Swim that is like Uzumaki. And I am so fucking hyped, and I really hope they don't fuck it up. And even if it is just like moving parts of the manga with like voice acting over it, I'd still be super into that. Because I would love to just have this spun in a different way. Because like, oh my god, Uzumaki is just insane. Ugh. It's so insane. And I fucking love it. I just fucking love it. First off, 222. 3 times is 666. Damn, son. I didn't plan that one. If you want a challenge, don't play the easy auto mode. I played the easy auto mode because I wanted to just go through this game really quickly. If you want to, the biggest reason I pick easy first on most games, especially for my list, is that I just want to enjoy a game and not have a bunch of walls in my way or to get stuck on a game for more than a couple days. That said, I wish I played this on normal because easy on this game is a complete joke. And honestly, I feel like it shouldn't exist. I did enjoy the art, even though it is kind of fuzzy, even in the HD version. The UI is simple and easy to understand, and I love how it's stylized. The story is easy to follow and kind of fun nonsense. Voice acting is terrible. I wonder what the original Japanese sounds like. Boss fights were still interesting, even though the difficulty I chose made them super cheesable. Looking forward to continuing the series. So I remember beating the first Devil May Cry and the second one like forever ago when I was really young, but it's like I didn't retain it because like it was one of those things that I feel like I could just like smack the controller and it would just magically be done. It's weird. Like I have a couple games like that I remember like pieces, but I feel like there's nothing substantial going on for me to remember what the fuck was actually happening. Which I feel like was much worse when it came to like Devil May Cry 2. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.